Howdy gamers, Old Gamer Guy here. Welcome to another RimWorld Console Edition video. Cassandra is our storyteller, Strive to Survive is the difficulty, and Noob is my experience level. So every episode is like approaching a slow motion car wreck. You never know when that car is going to start to go off the road. And I don't want to say too much early on here in the video, but in this episode, this car is going to start fishtailing wildly. And I don't want to say any more than that. But so far, we've been doing okay. At the end of the last video, we were attacked. And we dealt with the attacker, but we also had a couple of visitors. And one of those visitors is now leaving us a recurve bow as a gift. The other visitor is a slaver. And I'm going to go ahead and speed up this footage here. They've got some medicine, which we are going to buy. They also have some slaves, which we are not going to buy. And then the other visitor who left us the bow, they are actually leaving, but we're going to catch up with them before they get away. And just to see what else they have. And they don't have very much, but we are also going to buy their herbal medicine. And we are going to sell them a crappy steel knife. We still don't have anything like smoke leaf growing that we could sell. So we're going to have to get started on that sometime soon if we can. So our monetary supplies are dwindling, but at least we have, for now, we have a few more medicines, and we are going to need it because I am disregarding something very important. And my colonists are going to pay dearly for it. We are about to have a heat wave. We're actually in the fall now, but we are about to have a heat wave. But this heat wave is not going to be a huge problem because we do have a couple of passive coolers inside. And in the meantime, we have a new quest. There is an unknown threat. I have not actually done any of the quests so far. But now Mila must have had a really good dream because she is inspired and she will be extra creative for the next 8 days, which I guess is... I guess that's good news, but it's not really going to matter. And now another one of our quests has expired because, like I said, I have not been doing them. And so they are slowly going to expire now, some of the earlier ones. But never mind that. We have finished researching drug production. And so it's time to choose another research topic. And I'm just kind of winging it here. I think I ended up going with pemmican here because you need pemmican to travel. And so eventually, if I do want to do a quest, we will have to travel. On the 6th of September, a wild man wandered into the area. He appears to be naked, and he doesn't appear to be armed. And the reason for that is because he is totally incapable of violence. He has some good medical skills and a couple of other good skills, but he is a kind person, but he is sickly and a slow learner, but yeah, incapable of violence. So I'm not really going to try to recruit him. And he's just going to wander around there near the edge of the map. Eventually he will wander closer, but since he is incapable of violence, it doesn't really matter because he's not a danger to anyone. In the meantime, an alpaca in the area has self-tamed. I believe we could use this alpaca somehow to make warm clothes, and we could use warm clothes later in the video. So that should give you a hint about what's going to happen later. But I chose to slaughter that alpaca. And in the meantime, Buffy, a coma child that we have been nursing back into health after they crashed in their transport pod, Buffy has gotten better and walked away, and that improved our relation with that faction. On the 8th of September, a psychic drone of unknown origins began, and this is going to cause all of the males in our colony to feel waves of anxiety and anger, and this is unfortunate because the two guys in our colony have been fighting. But never mind that, we have finished researching pemmican, so now we are going to pick another topic. And I think I went with machining. Not really sure why, but that's what I did. But never mind that, because we are finally getting started on a wall. We've been mining granite away on the inside of our base there and making that inside space larger, and we're going to use the granite to start building a wall. There are pieces of existing wall out there, so we're going to go ahead and build our wall along with all those. The psychic drone is ending, so that's good news. Nobody got into a fight while that was happening. And now we're having a dry thunderstorm, so there's lightning hitting around the area, starting some fires, but none of those fires get very close to us. We have another quest, and the reward for this quest is a masterwork revolver, but there is an unknown threat. So I would kind of like to have that masterwork revolver. So I'm going to think about that. You can see a fire burning out right there. That was started by lightning. And there up to the north you can see where we are going to have another wall. And yeah, any attackers, or at least the early game attackers, will be funneled down toward the southeast corner of the map. Or at least that's my theory anyway. My theories don't seem to work out in a lot of these games, but we'll see how that goes. The wild man has wandered around closer to the colony, but yeah, he's not causing any problems. He's just wandering around looking at things. And now he's going down there and he's going to start eating our potatoes. So he's eating our potatoes. Mila is inside meditating. Everyone's going about their business, blissfully unaware of the impending disaster that is approaching. But never mind that. Another quest has expired. A small child needed our help. And we did not go to help them. I'm very disappointed in myself, but that quest has expired. And here we go. Never mind that. We have our own problems, and we're about to have a cold snap. And this is going to be the quite literally fatal problem. And it's going to take a stupidly long time for me to realize that I have two passive coolers running inside. But our immediate problem is that our plants are going to die. And out of our 4 crops, only the potatoes are grown enough for us to harvest. So we're going to lose a bunch of plants here. But we're going to get Mila started on harvesting as many potatoes as we can. We've got some food inside, and we are going to get quite a few potatoes here, but of course the wild man is also eating a few of them, so we're going to lose a few of them to the wild man. But we are going to get a good amount of potatoes before the cold snap hits. But yeah, I totally forget that I have passive coolers running inside, and so when it gets really cold, for a while, it's going to be even colder inside. And that's obviously not a great thing for our colonists. And hypothermia is going to become an issue quickly. And so this is kind of the final night before things go really crazy. You can see some of the plants outside are dying. The wild man has fallen asleep outside on the ground. Mila and Cammy are getting some loving inside, and I guess that's good. One last chance at some loving. Oh, the wild man passed away early the next morning, so Cammy took him away. So things are starting to accelerate toward the edge of the cliff here. And at this point, I have realized what's going on, and I told them to build a campfire, but I did not prioritize it. And so it's not going to get built in time. I did tell them also to dismantle the passive coolers, but oh, there goes Rustlin. Rustlin is the first one to head to the infirmary because of hypothermia. And so now Mila is going to get to work trying to treat Rustlin. And I forget who it is. One of the guys is the one that does the construction. So now both of the guys are in the infirmary. So now that campfire is not going to be built at all. And Mila is doing her best to treat them. But indoors it is now 22 degrees. And now Mila is on the ground. Mila is incapacitated. But look, a mysterious man in black is approaching. Frankie, who is classified as a knight, and he is going to come up here and at least try to do some good. You can see you can see his breath because it's so cold inside. It's 19 degrees inside now, as he is starting to. I think he's treating Mila right there, but he does not he does not pick her up off the floor and put her in a bed for quite a while. He just leaves her on the ground here. And meanwhile, Rustlin and Cammy both continue to take damage from the cold. Frankie is trying to do some good, but now he is just going to fall asleep there on the ground. And I'm not going to lie, I just stared at the screen for a while here. I did not know what to do. But then I made a desperate attempt at saving somebody. And so I'm going to draft Frankie. Mila and Cammy and Rustlin are all incapable of walking at this point. So I've drafted Frankie. Frankie is now part of our colony, so he's going to try to do some good, and I'm going to try to get him to build a campfire in the room here. Look at all the blood. Oh my gosh, these are bad times here. I don't even remember the name of our colony. We have like a generic default name for our colony. So now we have a fire, and that should start to heat the room up immediately. And Frankie is going to try to treat Rustlin. I think Rustlin is in the worst shape. So Frankie is going to try to treat him. He's going to apparently stand on top of Mila as he does this. And he's going to treat Rustlin. And I had high hopes that Frankie was going to be able to pull this off. So he started to go off and get some more medicine or food or something, but I turned him around. Let's get Mila into this other bed here. And now I'm going to let him treat these three patients in whatever order he sees fit. But, and he is going to treat Rustlin first, but unfortunately it is not going to be enough for Rustlin, so Rustlin is now dead. I should have him treat Cammy immediately right now, but he's just doing his own thing, so he's treating Mila, and now Cammy has died, and Mila was awake to see it, it looked like. So now she's in a bad mood because they were lovers, and now a mad guinea pig is approaching. So Cassandra has become pissed off at us for some reason. Probably she's tired of watching my inept play and she wants to punish me for my bad decisions. So now we have a mad guinea pig. Frankie has a pistol, so we're going to send him up here to try to take care of this threat all by himself. Oh my gosh, the carnage. But Frankie is able to do it. He's a little bit injured now, probably also from the cold, but I think the guinea pig also did some damage. And now he's going to try to get back to work and try to save Mila, I guess. At this point, I'm so despondent that I'm not even looking at the alerts there in the upper right-hand corner. I'm not even reading to see what they say. And we're about to have, yeah, there it is. Somebody got infected. I imagine that's Mila. I guess it could be Frankie. Now somebody's got the flu, but I'm not even looking to see who's infected and who has the flu. I'm so depressed, and I'm about to get even more depressed because Frankie is about to do something sort of disturbing, and he's going to get in bed with the corpse of Cammy, and he's just going to go to sleep there because Frankie is injured also at this point now, and that is a medical bed. So disturbing things are happening here at the colony. Mila has awakened. She awakens to find Frankie in bed with her dead lover. And she has been our doctor up until now, so she's going to start to try to treat Frankie as he's laying there with the corpse of her dead boyfriend. And I want to take Rustlin out of the bed, and I'm trying to get Mila to do it, but Frankie awakens and takes the body away, and Mila gets in bed with Cammy's dead body. So that's kind of disturbing. So let's not judge. It's not good to judge, but these people are under a lot of stress, and they are clearly dealing with that stress in their own way. And we can only imagine. At least the cold snap is now over, so that's good news. Frankie awkwardly hits on Mila in a room full of blood, in a room containing her dead boyfriend. He compares her to a tree. She did not respond to this very well, unsurprisingly. And the power has just gone out. So, yeah, things are probably not going to last much longer here, but I feel like I want to end this video on a cliffhanger. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here, and we'll pick it up here in the next episode. It might be an extremely short episode, but we'll see what happens. Can Frankie and Mila survive? For now, as always, thanks for watching.